and which ties in very nicely. Alex Gladstein, that's his thread that you're featuring. Hope is not lost in the latest essay of Gladstein, writes Nathaniel Whitmore. He argues that the Lightning Network could be a global private payments network that combats basically where we stand right now with the alignment of corporate and government surveillance. He starts his thread up with, a future of personal plus financial privacy can be more closer, and I'm ad-libbing, and more realistic than we thought. And he's attributing that to the Lightning Network. Break it down for us, and then let's discuss if we think that we're there yet.
Sure. So for background, for those who don't know, Alex Gladstein is the Chief Strategy Officer at the Human Rights Foundation. He's emerged onto the scene in the Bitcoin and crypto space in the last, 6 months or so. He wrote an essay for Time magazine last year about Bitcoin's role in kind of the human quest for freedom around the world.
And he's a civil liberties guy. I mean, he's of that genre. Yes.
Yep, 100%. And he's an interesting one because he's not a Bitcoin maximalist in the sense of kind of what we see with crypto Twitter debates.
Right.
But what he is recognizing that the availability, infrastructure, liquidity of Bitcoin as a network is so dramatically different than any other cryptocurrency that relative to the work currently for people who are actually thinking about civil liberties and human rights and wondering about what cryptocurrency can do for it, Bitcoin is singular in its capacity to actually do things, right? So this is a guy who's going to be really excited about people moving their money out of the Maduro regime via Bitcoin if they have the right capacity to in Venezuela, but not super excited about Dash marketing efforts in similar Latin American governments, right? So that's kind of the relevant context, because what I think he's trying to say is, so he's pointing out the same kind of scenario that we've been discussing, the same challenge of creeping surveillance, which is coming from all sides and is in some ways just a byproduct of data